Hello, gamers. Hello, gamers. Let me go ahead and switch over to game screen. Where's the game? Obs? Obs? Where's the game? Okay, there's the game. Hello. Hello. I hope you all have been having a good week so far. I've been having an alright week so far, so there's that. I need to drink water. Hold on. All right. We're already off to a great start. We are already off to a great start on the ready talky stream where I need to read and talk and voice the characters. Yeah. But hello, I hope you all have been having a good week so far. I am back with some more Shibuya Scramble. Let me take another sip of water, because, oh man. Alright. I feel like I've barely talked today. So maybe like all the pressure all at once to start streaming was just like my voice just decided to collapse in on itself or something crazy. I don't know what happened. Anyway, hello. Last time on the Shibuya Scrambling, we met this person, Achi. And also, we met Kano. Can I move over to his side? Okay. Yes, but I need you to work with this. Okay, alright, fine. Cool. Now it works. Alright, let me take another swig of water here. Cool. So, last time we met this person over here, Kano. Kano, in one sentence, I would describe as a big dork. I would say he's definitely the guy of all time. And we also met Achi, who's kind of a rebel, but a good kind. He has a kind heart, so to speak. Kano is on the police team, and he's working to figure out who... Ah man, the coughs are really bad today. Kano is on the police team, and he's working to figure out who kidnapped Hitomi's sister, Maria. And Achi is just a guy. He's just a dude who lives in the city, who's helping to protect Hitomi because apparently the police couldn't do it for some reason. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at with the story so far. I enjoyed it a lot last time, so I'm looking forward to hopping back into it today. That said, though, my voice is... I just suddenly started coughing at the start of stream. So, bleh. I'm gonna have to take a 5-minute break here in the beginning already. But let's go ahead and at least start up somebody's story. I forget how to do that. I forget you go to time chart and then... Right, we had a branching path here to be continued. And they said there's more things that Kano needs to do even though he got super duper shot. That's what I remember. So... Let's see. Let's continue through here. Alright. And with all that being said and all that out the way, give me 5 minutes real quick just to drink some water and make sure my voice is okay before I start reading all this dialogue. Alright, I think I'm feeling a little bit better. I think I'm feeling a little better here. Let's try and see where we can get with this. So, I read all this. Kano ran faster. Is there an easy way to skip through these things? Controls. Because last time I was playing on keyboard, so I don't know what the controls are. It says forward 1 hour with R1 plus down, which is here and here. Okay. Let's hope that works. R1 plus down? Lamayo, no. They said, do you want to adjust the brightness? If not, then get wrecked. Okay, the man darted down a narrow alleyway. Kano ran faster. The man sprinted through the side streets. Evidently, he knew his way around Shibuya pretty well. The man shot out onto a major thoroughfare, then bolted up a pedestrian bridge. Just where the heck was this guy headed? I don't remember this part, actually. Halfway across the bridge, the man stopped abruptly. Cautious, Kano stopped as well. Why? Bro, what? Height roughly 190 centimeters. Okay, Kano, comment on the face that he's making right now. Age 30s. Hair dark brown. Clothing all black. A moment... Gosh darn it, Kano. A moment later, the man flashed a triumphant sneer and he held up the attaché case. Still don't know how to say attaché, so you're just gonna have to bear with me. Before Kano could even yell stop, it was already too late. The man threw the attaché case down to the roadway below. No! Okay, so did we not use, like, fake counterfeit bills? Because, like, I feel like that would be pretty cool if we did. Panicking, Kano peered over the railing. A man on a motorcycle was waiting beneath the bridge. I've been had. Kano bit his lip hard. Damn it. Kano sprinted back down the bridge, hearing the bike's engine roar to life. He had to make it in time. Descending the stairs 4 at a time, he leapt toward the roadway, but the bike sped out of reach and roared away in the direction of Yoyogi, leaving Kano in its dust. Looking back up at the overpass, he saw the man who'd thrown the attaché case running away. He handed the money off to someone else. He's currently on a motorcycle heading toward Yoyogi. His report to Kuze complete, Kano slumped down in dismay. Well, at least you didn't die here, bud. Good job, congrats to you. The cops had played right into the criminal's hands. Now the crooks were getting away and people's lives were in danger. Was there any greater failure for a policeman? Staring off into the distance where the man who'd thrown the case had disappeared, Kano gritted his teeth. Slow fade. Dang. To be continued. All right. Was this what we got with... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is this what we got with Achi's story? But I think that was more of a keep out. I don't remember. You finished reading both characters' stories for the hour of 10 o'clock. In 428, you'll make your way through all the protagonists' stories in parallel like this. Once everyone has reached the end of a given hour, the next hour can begin. Oh. Interesting. But we still got a fair ways into Achi's story. But okay. Alright, I see. So new character unlocked. Who's it gonna be? 13 Sentinels vibe. Is it gonna be... Oh, no, we have an opening. Can we drop the pleasantries? Sir, it is a waste of time. I've got work to do. Who the... What? What is the cat? I was wondering this when I was making my stream schedule. Huh. 428 Shibuya Scramble. How embarrassing of me that I did not technically get to the title screen last last stream. Welcome to Shibuya. Clear the 10 o'clock time block. Who? What? Huh? What? Okay. This is the end of the tutorial for this part of the story. You can reread previous tutorial messages via the main menu. There's a lot of important info in there, so reread it closely. Now, 428 has reached the 11 o'clock time block. You have 5 protagonists available. Whose story will you read first? Well... Seemingly they're all guys, actually. I didn't even realize. Let's be honest. I'm really curious about this character. What's going on here? Let's see. It's this guy. There's this guy. Let's just go ahead and go with this character. What is happening? What is going on? It's so hot. It's so hot in this thing. Way too hot. I feel like I'm sitting in a sauna. Everyone else on the street looks nice and cool. But here I am, getting treated to my very own personal midsummer heat wave. On top of that, I can barely see. I can barely breathe for that matter. Hey, what can I do? Oh, I am so thirsty. Some iced tea would be amazing right now. I'm going to pass out from dehydration at this rate. I may as well admit it. I underestimated how tough this would be. Who knew wearing a mascot costume would be so uncomfortable? In high school, I wore the mascot costume for like 10 minutes. I wasn't the mascot person, but I just wore it for 10 minutes in the changing room, and I realized it was awful. It was awful. I would never wish that upon anyone. Oh, a delicate young lady. A delicate young lady like myself has no business doing this sort of job. I suddenly have so much respect for people on those superhero team shows. Like, can you imagine doing action scenes in something like this? Heck, all I'm doing is standing here and I'm this close to calling it quits. I wonder if this is the law student lady we saw as Achi. But I can't. I need the work. I need the money. This is no time to be a wuss. If I give up on this, what else am I going to do? Check out the revolutionary new diet drink, Burning Hammer. I thrust a free sample toward passerby while shouting as loud as I can. Funny story game. So what if I told you I don't know how to highlight things? Oh, okay. It's square on the controller. A free portion, usually quite small, of a product given out to consumers as a sales gimmick allows them to test the quality and effect of a cosmetic or health product prior to purchase, frequently referred to as a trial size or freebie version of a product. In addition to passing out free samples on the street, some shops also include free samples with purchased products. Please note that simply taking a product without paying for it in order to test it out, is theft. Don't do it. Don't do it. Maybe in Japan, but if you take the product without, well, no, I see what they mean. Like, if you're taking the actual product, right, if it's not the free sample. Okay, yes. Okay, I see what you mean. Might be. Come on and give it a try. Oh, it's no use. People just walk by one after the other. They avoid looking at the sample. It's been like this ever since I started standing here. What gives? You'd figure at least one person would have taken a bottle by now. I mean, it's free, but I haven't managed to give away a single one. If this keeps up, there's no way I'm getting paid. And then this whole miserable experience will have all been for nothing. Just drink this and watch the pounds melt away. No exercising or diet necessary. I can hear the desperation in my own voice. Really? Just burn. 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 Burn those pounds away. They're giving me cold looks now. They probably think I'm some shyster trying to offload dodgy products. It's that simple. That simple, folks. You just drink the weight away. I guarantee it. It really was the whole Monokuma of it all. Heck, this whole thing reeks of a scam to me, too. Reeks of a scam. In other words, it seems extremely dubious or suspicious. Thank you, game. The word scam, referring to a type of dishonest scheme, is actually of unknown origin. Several folk etymologies have been proposed, including that it comes from the simple shortening of scandalous misdeeds, but these claims have little evidence to support them. Really? Is that just for English, or is that also the case in Japanese with the etymology, or like... Interesting. I love learning about language things. Losing weight by drinking some concoction is way too good to be true. But still, free is free. You'd think I'd be able to give one or two away. It's not like I'm not trying. Okay, pep talk time. You can do this. Think about the money. Just start with one bottle. Alright, I'm going to give this bottle away to the next person I see, no matter what. I close my eyes and gather my determination. I just need to get started, and the momentum will build from there. So I'm guessing this next person is going to be one of the other protagonists, at least. Well, it's one of our friends. All right, eyes open. There are two people walking in my direction, and they look kind of scary, right? Wait, two? Oh no, which one do I pick? If I keep waffling, they're both going to pass me by. I just need to hand this bottle off. Which one of these guys looks more likely to take it? Disheveled fellow or the businessman? I mean, I'm gonna say... I already forgot his name. Sasayama? I'm gonna say Sasayama here is probably the best bet. Even though I don't think either of them need to lose weight. We'll see. We'll see what I need to do here. Clutching the free sample in my furry fist, I tried to force it off on the disheveled fellow to my right. To my surprise, he takes it. Huh? What's this? He asked, lifting an eyebrow as he looks at the bottle. I flap my fuzzy arms and strike a cute pose as I launch into the product's pitch. It's Burning Hammer, the #1 new diet drink. Please give it a try. No thanks, the man says. I'm good. I keep my arms held wide open and pretend I didn't hear that. Look, he says, I'm in a hurry. You should give this to someone else. He tries to hand the sample back to me, but I hold my ground. And we just stand there. For a few moments, we are at a silent impasse. Maybe he's weirded out by my cat alter ego holding its freeze frame pose, because eventually he looks away, slips the bottle into his pocket, and walks off. Nice. I did it. I finally got someone to take one. But there are still so many samples left. My brief surge of excitement dies before it can even fully take hold. I wonder how the other mascot is doing just about now. Wow. See, this is a funny looking chicken. I'm not gonna lie, this is very cute. There is a sales demo happening right today at 1 o'clock at Nokane Building. Huh, looks like the chicken has handed out all kinds of samples. I don't get it. How come no one is taking any of mine? What could I possibly be doing wrong? Well, first you have to be a cute little chicken like that, because that is a very cute chicken. I look at the clock. It's a little after 11. My morning of wandering around hawking diet drinks is just about over. I'll need to get ready as I head over to the sales demo. I'd love to take the costume off, but then I'd have to carry it. I wonder if this is going to be a case of we're not going to know who this person is until like way later into the story. My bet is that it's the law student that we saw at the beginning with Achi. Oh well, I might not have gotten results, but I tried my best. I sure hope they don't withhold my pay or anything. Hey, what gives? You got that many left? Oh, with a female voice. The chicken speaks with a female voice. Oops, oopsie doodle. What is this music? Yeah, I reply sheepishly. Nobody seems to want to take mine. Well, I mean, are you looking for the right targets? Huh? Like groups of girls, or bored-looking older ladies. Those are the types you gotta be gunning for, you know. Wow, I hadn't even considered that. Now that she says it, it seems so obvious. This is a diet drink after all. You should really just be looking for anyone who you consider to be like, this person looks like they would be going on a diet or something. But like, yeah, this would obviously be more targeted towards women and stuff. Of course, I'm not going to have any luck trying to foist it off on random guys. Well, whatever, the chicken says. Here, give me the samples you've got left. I hand over my samples, and the chicken dumps the whole lot into her basket. I'll drink whatever's left so they don't find out you didn't pass them out, she says. Really? Really? Are you sure? This thing sounds hella dangerous. I wouldn't drink this. Huh? Wait, like all of them? Yeah, all of them. Aw, look at this little guy. You're so cute. The chicken sounds pretty confident in herself. These may just be sample-sized bottles, but still, they add up to a lot. I can feel myself on the brink of tears at the kindness of her offer. Thank you so much. It's a huge help. I bow deeply, which makes my mascot head wobble. Hold on, let me take a swig of water here. I really like this this old lady on the left here who's looking at both of them walking. It's like, hey, look at that. Most of the high schoolers on the right being like, wow, look. Leaving the station behind, we head down Center Guy towards Nokane Street. Or Nokane Building, even. Nokane Building 428 specific. A multi-tenant office building in Udagawa-cho, located in Center Guy, Shibuya's downtown district. In addition to hosting the weight loss drink sales demo, the building is also home to the foreign capital protection firm Japan's Cellcom, the IT mainstay. You're gonna have to forgive me, my voice is really messed up today. The IT mainstay Shibuya On-Net Sun, video game developer Shindai Tradco, and Strike Back Labs, publisher of the monthly magazine Science Strikes Back, along with many other businesses. Okay. Sure. The Burning Hammer sales demo is going to be held there this afternoon. The job is supposed to pay 10k yen for the day, but if we sell at least 100 bottles at this demo, they've promised another 10k on top of that. I need to make sure I can sell those 100 bottles. I need that 20k yen, and I need it ASAP. This is goofy music. Interesting. I'm seeing a lot of, like, internationalism in the game, because, like, the Hitomi's professor was, like, you know, was not Japanese. These people who are holding Hitomi's sister hostage seemingly are not Japanese. Stuff like that. So I wonder what that's going to play into. We arrive at the Nokane building, a rundown multi-tenant office complex. We head into the room where the Burning Hammer sales demo is taking place. There are already about 50 seats set out. I wonder how many people the free samples will pull in. A stage has been set up at the far end of the room. That's where I'm going to be standing, sipping Burning Hammer while explaining its effects to the customers. I wouldn't drink this stuff. I'm just saying. I would not drink this stuff. Hurry up and take that thing off. Oh, I guess we are gonna see the protagonist. The chicken flaps her wings as she speaks. It's kinda early, but come on, let's have lunch. I'm starving. Now that she mentions it, I realize I'm pretty hungry myself. The demo's not starting for another 2 hours. I can't win a war against my stomach for that long. The chicken and I head to the waiting room where they've set out our lunches for us. Mind getting my back real quick? The chicken asks. She arches her back toward me. Look at this silly scene of like two mascots trying to help each other out. Apparently, she can't reach her own zipper, and I can? Oh, sure. Give me just a sec. I try to unzip the back of the chicken suit, but my own suit's thick, fuzzy fingers have a hard time of it. Exactly. What's the holdup? Come on, I'm roasting in this thing. Hurry up and get it off me. I've almost got it. It's just awkward with these mitts. Finally, I get a hold of the zipper and yank it downward. Okay. I see. A girl emerges from the chicken as if the chicken herself were an egg. The chicken itself were an egg. So I don't know you. I'm guessing you're just kind of like my sidekick, like Sasayama. I'm alive. Her red sweatshirt is drenched in sweat. Almost at once, she's kicking back and cooling off with a hand fan. Sorry, but would you mind getting me too? I ask. Yeah, okay. I turn my back to the girl. I hear metal clacking behind me. At long last, I'm about to be free of this 5-ton fursuit, unless the zipper was stuck and you couldn't get it off. Huh? Please don't tell me that's the case. The girl murmurs awkwardly. Huh? What? A spike of anxiety hits me. What's wrong? I ask. I like that slide transition. That was funny. Yeah, that's a no-go. Zipper's busted. I'm going to cry. What? Yeah, sorry, this thing ain't coming off. What? My vision goes dark. And that was how my story ended. No, no, no. I tug desperately at the costume, but no luck. I'm trapped inside. Cute. Oh, what the crap? Oh well, we can talk to the boss about it when he gets back, the girl says. I mean, it's not like we can just cut it off you with scissors or anything, because it's not our property. She sounds entirely unconcerned. Also, something that I realized about this game that I didn't really comment on in the first stream was that this game originally came out in 2008, which is, I didn't realize it was that old. Obviously 2008 for Japan, and then like instantaneous dubs weren't really a thing, so like it came to the West a little bit later. I think in 2012, which is what I'm thinking in my head. Like this game came out in 2012. But apparently not. In Japan it came out in 2008, so it's even older than I thought it was. It's so unfair. I need to get out of this stuffy, sweltering steam bath as soon as possible. All I can do is clench my fists in impotent rage. But anyway, good work out there today, the girl continues. I'm Chiriko, Osugi, by the way. You can just call me Chiri. She smiles as she introduces herself. Have we not introduced ourselves before? Okay. I mean, I am a pretty cheery gal after all. She breaks into a hearty guffaw. Guffaw? What is this goofy? Oh sure, I say. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, sure. So, I guess you're not gonna be able to eat lunch in that getup, huh? Aw, man, that would suck. Huh? Oh, that's right. What should I do? Don't sweat it. Just leave it to me. Huh? I'll eat both lunches myself. God. Chiri, I will I will end you. Chiri doesn't even wait for me to reply before reaching for my lunch. It'd be a shame to let it go to waste, she says. She makes it sound like leftover food is a bigger concern than my hunger. I can feel my appetite stirring all the more as she devours my meal with a satisfied grin on her face. A faint, pathetic gurgle rises from my belly. It's just a cheap little prepackaged box lunch, but right now it looks like a feast. So, what's your name? Chiri asks. I have a feeling we're gonna get cut off here and not learn this character's name other than just Tama for like a very long time. That's what I'm thinking. Although again, I'm certain, I am certain that this character is gonna be the law student who we saw. I don't know if there's a place, does the game keep like a list of all terminology, or is that just like specifically within these screens, and once you skip over it, you can never go back. So what's your name? Chiri asks. Her cheeks are still packed with rice. My name? Yeah. Oh, it's, As I struggle to think of an answer, my eyes alight on a piece of tamagoyaki clutched between Chiri's chopsticks. Ah, I'm hungry too now. The yellow slab of lightly grilled egg wobbles to and fro. I could see the sides from the way it's been sliced. It looks somewhat undercooked. Come on, what's your name? Oh, right. Tama. It's Tama. I don't believe you. Huh? You mean like the famous cat? Well, ain't that fitting? Cheery chortles and stuffs the piece of tamagoyaki into her mouth, then takes a big swig of iced tea. I am beyond jealous. I wish I could just gorge myself on those lunch boxes until I'm full to bursting. Heck, even a cold glass of iced tea would be a lifesaver right now. I'm so thirsty, I'm starting to get all dizzy. Maybe I really am getting dehydrated. Surely there's something about workers' rights or something. How much did she say that she needed? It was like 20k yen, so $200 basically. This isn't good. If I don't do something, I'm going to pass out before the sales demo even starts. And then I remember something. The zipper down my back might be busted, but I can still take the head off, right? That way, I'd at least be able to eat and drink stuff. Alright. I decide to... Oh, see, we got 3 options. I decide to grab the head in both hands and yank it upward with all my might, rock my head back and forth, good and hard, ask Cheery to assist me. I would ask Cheery. I decide to ask Cheery. Sorry. Okay, we could just also die. We could also do that as well. Sorry, would you mind helping me pull my... Ow! I feel a dull, throbbing pain at the back of my head. Like I bumped my head somewhere, but I don't remember doing that recently. Cheery flashes me a curious look. What are you doing? She asks. I thought maybe I could at least get the head off. That ain't gonna work. That thing's attached to the body. Oh. I slump forward in defeat, face planting on the table. Okay, surely I can just go to my boss and be like, Lamayo, if I stay in here, I'm gonna die. No. Most folks would have noticed that when they put it on, you know. Well, I didn't. The boss helped me get into it is the thing. Well, don't let it get you down, Cheery says. Here, drink some of this. I can at least drink stuff. With a straw. Okay, sure. She pulls a bottle with a straw from her bag and pours some of the tea into it. Oh, you're very cute. When I was making the stream schedule last week, I didn't know what this game was going to be about, and I just saw this mascot character, so I put this character and then like a shadow of Monokuma from Danganronpa in the back, just to imply that this character maybe would be evil. I don't know, because I didn't know anything about the game. But surely that's not the case. This character is very cute. In a fever of thirst, I jam the plastic straw through the mascot's costume's mouth. Thankfully, it reaches as far as my own. I suck for all I'm worth. I suck. I suck. I suck. My body rejoices as the moisture returns to it, like rain coming to the desert. And thus, I revive. Actually, it kind of does feel like I'm coming back to life. Oh, thank you so much. I am never going to forget this as long as I live. With tears welling up in my eyes that you can't see because, again, you're still in the costume, I clutch Cheery's hand in my fuzzy mitts. Ah, hey, I'm not the kind of person to abandon someone in need, you know? She replies. Look at the look on her face right now. It's just like, what the hell? What the hell is this? An embarrassed grin comes across her face. How come you're carrying this bottle around with you anyway? I ask. Oh, that's just because I make my own protein juice. Protein. What is protein, game? Tell me. In Japan, the word protein is frequently used to refer to a powdered health food supplement that contains vitamins and minerals as well as a protein component. It is dissolved in milk or another liquid to create a drink. A protein diet typically involves drinking a glass of this to replace a meal. Drinking it in place of tea would assuredly lead to weight gain. Protein juice. Never heard of it. Am I gonna die? Am I gonna die? What's gonna happen? I heard that if you have protein juice for one of your 3 meals a day, you'll lose weight. So yeah, I kinda need to keep it. Given Shiri's sort of, well, chubby frame, I don't think the protein's been working great for her. I'm gonna sneeze. I did not sneeze. Dang it. I've been trying all sorts of stuff, but right now, protein is totally the best thing for my diet. This stuff, though... Chiri cast her eyes at the samples of burning hammer on the table. It's like, totally bogus. Huh? Bogus? That's a surprise. What? Tama! Tama, let's talk. Well, yeah, Chiri says. You gotta exercise if you want to burn body fat. What does burning mean, game? Tell me. The best way to burn fat is to engage in steady, low-intensity aerobic exercise. After roughly 20 minutes of such exercise, the body burns through its available blood sugar, and the brain sends signals to have fat brought into the bloodstream. This is how fat is burned. Anaerobic exercise, which leaves you panting and breathless, is not effective. Wow. Today I learned something new. Thanks, game. She smacks herself on one flabby arm. I mean, there's no way you're gonna lose weight by taking in more calories. Huh, didn't she just say she was drinking protein juice to lose weight? I keep that thought to myself. I mean, that'd be ridiculous as all you can eat Kobe beef, she adds. She shakes her head seriously. I'm not sure about using all you can eat anything as an example in a discussion about weight loss. But again, I keep the thought to myself. But hey, a job's a job, Chiri says after a moment, pricking up again. They tell me to sell this junk, I'll sell it. A sudden wailing comes from the other side of the door. Please, just give me time. I swear I'll get it back to you. Who could this be? What the heck? Chiri says. Is that the boss? I nod. That's definitely Mr. Yaha. Oh, I love dyslexia because it just makes this so fun. That's definitely Mr. Yanagi Shita's voice. He's the guy who hired me. Sidling up alongside Chiri, I quietly open the door and take a peek inside. What is going on here? I think that's one of the protagonists. The guy in the suit who's just standing up. Wait, I think the boss is also protagonist. I don't know. I have to go back and look. Can I see? If I press this. Oh, look at this. There's a whole main menu. Time chart. I didn't really want to go here per se. Let's go back before I... This is the list of bad endings. Here you can check for hints as to why things ended as badly as they did. Okay, I see. We've literally only gotten bad endings as Kano. Kano is just doomed to fail. Okay, sure. Settings, autosave is on, vibration is on. It is? Okay. Controller, yes, all those things. Controls are here in case I need things. Nice. The guide includes all the stuff that I need for tips and stuff like that. Okay, cool. Let's go back. Mr. Yanagishita is down on his hands and knees begging, while the two uncouth-looking men glower at him. Just a little more time, that's all I ask, he pleads. Once I sell this stuff, I can pay you back. I see a tiny bottle of burning hammer in his hand. Just a little more, mimics the middle-aged fellow. I just gotta sell this. We've heard enough of that out of you. Yeah, the younger guy sneers. We ain't giving you any more time, so quit asking. But I really just need a little longer this time. Please, you've got to believe me. Oh my god. Look at Tama's big ass head. I'm just gonna call this guy Mr. Boss, if that's all right with everyone. Unless he becomes like an actual protagonist, Mr. Boss is gonna be his name. From the looks of things, Mr. Boss is dealing with some loan sharks. Loan sharks, though it seems pretty obvious that this term refers to toothy predators of the deep. The word shark in this case actually has its origins in an older Germanic word meaning parasite, or someone who preys on others. The same word gave rise to the terms pool shark and card shark. In the case of loan sharks, though, the initial mental image seems quite appropriate. Really? Well, today I learned, huh? And the two thugs are clearly in no mood for his continued groveling. Cheery and I exchange a glance. How? How? What glance? With what eyes? It's probably best if we don't go out there right now. But now I'm really worried. Am I actually going to get paid for this gig? Oh, well, he's dead. As I pondered that, one of the men grabs Mr. Boss by the nape of his neck and drags him to his feet. Come with us, pal. We'll take you someplace where you can, work off your debts. Say what? Mr. Boss wails. The two men drag him away. Well, guess he's gone then, Cheery says. She already started to pack her things up. Okay. Wait, what are you doing? I ask. Going home. Not much point sticking around. Okay, well, surely then we can cut off this mask thing or something. Find some way to help me. Going home? I mean, the demo sure ain't happening now. Anyhow, it was nice working with you. See ya. Moments later, Cheery is out the door. Really? Now what do I do? I've been left here all by myself, more or less at a total loss. And that was how I died. Bad end. Ow. Number 11 shifts over. Hint, our poor feline friend isn't going to get paid now that those debt collectors showed up and dragged her boss away. If a certain someone hadn't told the thugs how to get to Nokane building, they probably wouldn't have caught Mr. Boss. The right decision happens at 11:15, but who has to make it? Ooh, interesting. Alright. Let's go and figure out who has to make it. I swear one of those guys is a protagonist or something. But maybe I don't remember. Yeah, I love the little wiggle. Yeah, wasn't it this guy? It definitely wasn't this guy. I feel like Osawa is the dude. Alright, and we can't do anything more with Kano or Achi, I think. Right? Hold on, let me go to the time chart here. Oh, we can. We can. I wouldn't start with them though. Let's get to some of the other new protagonists instead. With all that said, let's go ahead and go with this guy, Minori Kawa. Objection? Okay. The Super Cub 90 raced down Route 246 towards Shibuya, a motorcycle produced by Honda with a 85cc engine displacement, a common sight around town, often used by newspaper and postal delivery workers. Many owners are big enthusiasts, sometimes even swapping out parts such as handlebars or mufflers and giving the body a repaint, resulting in fashionable bikes that don't even look like Super Cubs at first glance. Interesting. The speedometer. This was not the guy who got the attaché case, I don't think. Hopefully not. This guy looks like a dork. The speedometer remained at a steady 60 kilometers per hour. Pumping the gas harder was no use. This is as fast as the bike would go. Minoru Minorikawa shouted as he sped along. Damn it! I am not letting you die! He jerked the handlebars and blew past the truck on the inside. The driver scowled as he shot by. You maniac! You trying to get yourself killed? Just the opposite! Minorikawa shouted back. I'm saving lives! Oh boy, another Kano situation. The stoplight ahead turned red, cutting him off at the intersection. Oh, come on! He had no choice but to slam on the brakes, but his agitation boiled over as he waited for the signal to change again. How long is this thing gonna stay red? Hurry up already! He brought a bike right up to the very edge of the line, keeping the engine revved like a dragster ready to peel out. Not on time is not in my dictionary. The light turned red. Then Minorikawa's own light turned green at last. He hit the accelerator as hard as he could. His engine died with a sputter. Huh? Oh, come on! What the hell? Car horns blared angrily behind him. In a fury, he pulled his bike over to the side of the road. 777. Lucky sevens. No matter what he did, the engine refused to turn over. Was the problem with the spark plug or maybe the battery? Whatever it was, he didn't have time to figure it out now. With tears in his eyes, he left the bike, his companion of 10 years, abandoned on the roadside. He was about to break into a run when he saw a taxi dead ahead letting out a passenger. He hurried to hop into the cab. Just head for Shibuya Station. I'll let you know exactly where once we get closer. The taxi driver nodded coolly. Of course, sir. 10 minutes! He's looking directly into the camera. 10 minutes, I need you to get me there in 10 minutes. The driver grimaced. I'm afraid getting there in 10 minutes is a bit. 15 then. Sir, that's still... Look, that's all the time I can afford. Assuming traffic conditions cooperate, sir, then maybe. I can't make any promises. Minorikawa looked at the driver's ID photo above the fare meter. His name was Hachiro Kimizuka. He was a middle-aged fellow, looked a little rough around the edges. Mr. Kimizuka, I chose you for this. You can do it. Chose me? Sir, I'm pretty certain we met by chance. Okay, sure. I suppose you could phrase it that way. Anyhow, can we get going? Right, Kimizuka said with a faint sigh. I'll see what I can do. The taxi pulled away at a decent clip. And now we get a Yakuza 5 minigame. Minorikawa's frantic journey started 20 minutes earlier. He'd been at home working on an interview piece. He clucked his tongue in annoyance at the ringing. I always didn't understand the phrase clucked his tongue or clucked her tongue or something like that. 'Cause is there a difference between doing or this is kissing your teeth, right? This sort of sound. But that is clucking your tongue. But I never sometimes different books will like use them interchangeably and it makes it so hard to know. It's like, what are you talking about? Yes, ringing phone broke his train of thought. Why did someone always call right when the words were flowing? Okay, he's a writer. If he didn't keep getting interrupted, he probably could wrap this piece up in no time. Right, he was working on a journalism interview piece. Be quiet! He pointed at the telephone as he yelled. I'm writing here. He pointed at the telephone. He didn't pick it up like a normal person. Okay. But his shouting did nothing to silence the ringing. He didn't have much choice but to pick it up. Minorikawa speaking. There was no response. Hello? He hesitated, ready to hang up. Was this a prank call? It's me. It's Toyama. I don't know who that is. It was Teruo Toyama, president of Heaven Publishing, a publishing company that puts out both hard-hitting nonfiction books and tabloid-style scandal rags. The invincible journalist, penned by a company president Toyama himself, was a candidate for the Japan Nonfiction Prize. Interesting. Oh, what do you want? If this is about work, I'm already booked pretty full. He'd taken work from Heaven Publishing on several occasions, but the pay was hardly competitive. All right. I'm trying to... Well, it is an hour, but I will go until we get some music here. As you can tell, like, my voice has been all over the place, and it sucks because, like, I was fine for all of today. It was just like literally I just said hello and then suddenly my voice collapsed in on itself. It was like so, but let's get some music going at the very least. Oh, what do you want? If this is about work, I'm pretty... Yes. Lately, he had been turning them down a lot, so he hadn't heard from Toyama in a while. No, this isn't work-related. Then what do you want? I'm kind of pressed for time here, working on some copy. Minorikawa was in no mood to beat around the bush. It seemed like every conversation he had with Toyama went like this. Ah, you're busy. That's good. Busy's good when you're a freelancer. Toyama sounded unusually sympathetic. Minorikawa found it off-putting. I hear sales have been pretty good on your end. He said cautiously, with this month's 4-star general gossip and all. 4-star general. Ooh, look at that. They even printed a little cover for it. 4-star general gossip, a magazine focusing on the private lives of celebrities and politicians. Most of the articles found in its pages are random nonsense, but 1 out of every 100 or so contains an actual major scoop, making it difficult outlet to ignore. All right. It had a small circulation and, for the most part, flew under the radar, but once in a while they land on some big scoop and sell like crazy. This month's edition had come with a free scratch card, a gimmick that moved 100K? 100K copies with ease? Sure. Okay. 5 winning symbols in a row wins 100K yen, was it? Minorikawa asked. A weak, moist sound came through the receiver. Baffled, Minorikawa listened more closely. It came again, then again. It kind of sounded like sobbing. Mr. Toyama? Are you crying? Okay, well, this is a very interesting place, I think, to leave off for here as I go and take a break here. Because I have to use the bathroom. Let's go ahead and... I want to go... Yeah. Okay. We go ahead and set the controller down. And switch to burb screen. If you are here, go ahead, stretch, get some water, do all the usual stuff that I tell you to do. Let's be real. And I will be right back in 10 minutes as I try and figure out why my voice is the way that it is. I just sound so congested today. Yeah. See you then. Alright, I am back. We may have a little bit of a shorter stream today, not because, and I hate to do it, because I'm really enjoying the game, but I don't know, I'm just not feeling well today. I'm feeling kind of off a little bit, so I hope that's okay. But let's go ahead and see whatever is going on with Minorikawa, because I want to know. Let's just go back. Mr. Toyama, are you crying? There was another soft sob, and then yet another. What's going on? Where are you? Minorikawa asked. At the office, Toyama managed. He let out another mewling whimper. What's the matter? It's nothing. Well, it's gotta be something. Come on, what is it? Toyama gave no reply. Mr. Toyama, you still there? Silence. What is it? What happened? Look, doesn't tell me anything. What the hell is going on? Toyama squeaked out a drawn-out whine. Okay, I'm sick of this. I'm hanging up now. Minorikawa was about to break the connection when he heard Toyama murmur. The only thing I can do now is die. Okay. The taxi lurched to a sudden stop as the driver slammed on the brakes. Ow. Oh, there you go. There's rumble on the controller. Definitely felt that. Minorikawa pitched forward, his face smacking against the back of the seat in front of him. Ow, that's gotta suck. Kimizuka stuck his head out the window. Careful, buddy, he shouted at someone on the street ahead. You're going to get yourself killed. Kano? Oh my gosh, buddy, what are you doing? Minorikawa blinked the stars from his eyes and saw a man moving alongside the cab. The guy grabbed onto the handle of the back door. Please, I need you to let me have this cab. No way, Minorikawa snapped. Just who did this guy think he was? Please, I'm begging you here. Look, I'm in a hurry, pal. Get your own cab. I know how ridiculous this must sound, but please. This is really, really urgent. Urgent? Yes, it's a matter of life or death. Please. The guy did look pretty desperate. Interesting. What is Kano doing right now? I mean, the girl Hitomi is missing from his perspective, so maybe that's what he's after. He's like, I have to go and I don't know what he's after. Is he after the suitcase or is he after Hitomi? The guy did look pretty desperate. Look, I'm sorry, but I'm dealing with something urgent too. Why is he like this? Why does he have to do like the objection type of thing? Then let me ride with you. I'll pay for the whole fare. My entire future's on the line here. The guy sure was persistent. You two are two the same kind. Maybe he was telling the truth. But Minorikawa had problems of his own. Sorry, bud. It's life or death on my end, too. I gotta look after me and mine. Right. So sorry to trouble you. Finally, the guy gave up and shuffled away. Guess it couldn't have been that much of a life-ending crisis after all. Interesting. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to hop to somebody else's story. I just have a distinct feeling about that. Something with Kano, probably. Minorikawa checked his wristwatch. Damn it! That just cost us 5 minutes. I'll try to make up for it, sir, the driver called back. The taxi lurched into motion, the engine quickly revving up to speed. So, you're not gonna believe this, but for some reason, the game crashed. Why did the game crash? Huh. I've never had that happen before. I don't know if that's with this game itself or... I know NVIDIA had this graphics driver, I don't know, update earlier today, and it kind of made my computer a little wonky for like a little bit, but it seemed to be fine otherwise. Shoots. Well, we have an autosave for sure, but dang, that sucks. Alright, let's go to the time chart. I don't know what this is. I literally do not know what this is. What are you talking about? Okay, I'm gonna assume then that this goes straight into this, and somehow us, you know, going through scenes here just kind of broke the game or something. Alright, let's go. Once inside the building, he avoided the elevator in favor of rushing up the stairs. Heaven Publishing rented out the 3rd and 4th floors. In all likelihood, Toyama would be at the editing department of 4-star General Gossip on the 4th floor. When he got there, however, the door was locked. "Mr. Toyama! Hey, Mr. Toyama!" He shouted and banged, but there was no reply. Something was seriously wrong. Minorikawa took a deep breath and kicked the door in. Whoa! The sight as he stepped into the office filled him with horror. I feel like we're gonna have a Doki Doki moment here in a moment. What is this music choice? Yeah. Why are you always looking directly into the camera, Minorikawa? What's going on here? Minorikawa clutched the sides of his head. I'm too late. Yeah. Oh no. If only I got in here a little sooner. Kano, I'm gonna have to get your dumbass out of the way. Gosh darn it. Okay. Bad end. Number 13, just 5 minutes. I don't really need a hint for this, but we'll see. Minorikawa rushed to Heaven Publishing as fast as he could, but he didn't get there in time to save Toyama. It's not that he didn't want to, he just didn't get there. And sad to say, it was really all Kano's fault. I love that the game is also being mean to Kano. Why does Kano want a taxi so badly? Check his 11:10 timestamp and the situation might become clearer. Okay. Cool. Well, with that in mind, let's go to the time chart and go to Kano, I guess. Previous time blocks are shown above. Protagonist actions can only affect other protagonists within the same time block as indicated by the red circle on the chart. Ah, I see. This little red circle in the background. I see, yeah. Decisions made in one time block do not impact storylines at different hours. If you get stuck, make sure to check decisions and jump points for the current time block. I see. I was just going back here just to check it. Alright. Well, with that in mind, let's go ahead and check out what... Kano, what are you doing, bro? What's going on here? Error in judgment. Yeah, no kidding. 11 a.m. Let's go. As he wandered through the back alleys, Kano gritted his teeth. Going after the guy on the bike had been a bad judgment call. By the time he got back up to the pedestrian overpass, the man who'd thrown the attaché case was almost out of sight. Kano prided himself on being fleet of foot, but he knew even he would never catch the guy before he disappeared. He followed the culprit as far as the alleys, but there he'd lost him completely. All he could do now was hope one of his colleagues caught the man on the motorcycle. Kuze's voice crackled through the earpiece. "Oh, it's my favorite character! Mobile Command Center calling all units! The suspect of motorcycle has handed out the case to an accomplice in Miyashita Park, another foreigner!" For real? For real? Kano muttered. Slow fade out. Did I press X? Okay, I did not. One thing immediately struck him as strange. Why hand the case off to someone else at all? Why not just escape on the bike? The man with the motorcycle dumped the bike and fled on foot. We retrieved... Oh, the man with the motorcycle... It's me talking. The man with the motorcycle... We retrieved the bike and ran the plate, and we determined it was a stolen vehicle. The advanced police communication system is carefully maintained. By using the digital wireless systems in their patrol cars, officers are able to directly access the station's computer networks, allowing them to quickly check to see if an individual is on the wanted list or if the vehicle is stolen. We still don't have enough details to positively ID the suspect. The suspect now carrying a touching cases we've also got him under observation. Dogenzaka, huh? That wasn't too far from where Kano was now. It looks like we're dealing with a foreign crime syndicate that's familiar with Shibuya. All units head to Dogenzaka. I know that I'm talking, but do not, I repeat, do not attempt to apprehend the suspect with the case. Let's see where he goes. Kano nodded to himself. Without knowing more about the crook's MO, letting this guy go for now was probably the only right call. I just want you all to know one last thing. Oh, grew solemn. I just want you all to know one last thing. This guy doesn't have a consistent voice. I don't know. Whatever happens, I know I can count on each and every one of you. Don't disappoint me. Over and out. Kano had the unsettling feeling that the message had been meant for him. Right, it's now or never. The sudden appearance of this syndicate and its bizarre actions were rapidly moving things beyond the jurisdiction of both the MPD and the local police. Mustering his resolve, Kano headed for Dogenzaka. Kano pulled his cell phone out of his pocket. It was Rumi calling. She knew full well he wasn't supposed to take private calls while he was working on a case. Was Rumi the idol name? The celebrity name? Or was that just his name that he gave to his girlfriend? Maybe it was an emergency. He decided to pick up. Rumi. I'm sorry. Are you in the middle of something right now? Kind of. Is this an emergency? Well, yeah. So I'm in Shibuya right now, and... Shibuya? Why did she have to be in Shibuya now, of all times? Are you the person in the cat suit? No way. So, okay, yes. My father came down from Nagano all of a sudden. What? Rumi's father, Shizuo, had been staunchly opposed to the two of them getting married. Kano had visited his home many times, but the man had never, ever deigned to meet him. Yeah, he told me to tell you he wants to meet with you. Okay. But he knows that I'm a police person on the force. Like, very... 50 billion yen or whatever. 50 million yen is on the line right now. I will meet up with you a little bit later. What? Now? Is this the life or death situation? Kano. Is this the life or death situation? Please tell me no. Kano blurted the words out with more alarm than he'd intended. I told him you were busy working, but he said he'd wait. But he said he'd wait? Hold on, can I go up? I told him you were busy working, but he said he'd wait. Oh, I'll wait for him to finish. Like, yeah. Well, yeah, go ahead. Please do. This can't be happening. Kano whimpered to himself. Kano, just focus on your job right now. I'm sorry, I know he can be demanding. That's not the issue. Her dad offering to wait made it harder for him to refuse. Oh my gosh. Alright, Kano said. But I'll have to call you back later, okay? I really am sorry. I'll be at the cafe called Lot Rec. It's by the train station. Rumi hung up. For a long moment, Kano stood in a daze, staring at his phone. As if keeping up with the case wasn't stressful enough. But maybe he's the type of person that gets very stressed by, like... I'm kind of like this too, to be fair, where it's like, if I get something, like I get an email, I will usually want to take care of that email right away. And then, like, if I'm not... Because if I go and do something else, like, I'll just always be thinking about that email in the back of my mind. You know, like, I have to do this, I have to do this. So, I kind of get it. At last, he stumbled into motion, but even as he scoured, Dogenzaka, for any sign of the criminal, his mind remained fixed on meeting with Rumi's dad. There was no way of knowing when he'd be done with his casework today. But could he really pass up a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get her father's approval for her hand in marriage? Yes, you can! Odds are that this will not be the only once-in-a-lifetime experience Detective Kano winds up having today. Dude, do you not understand 50 million yen? Maybe he could slip away for just a bit. There were plenty of detectives still tailing the suspects. Taking 15 minutes or so to meet with Shizuo wouldn't be such a big deal, would it? This is my big chance. No, right in... Okay, so I'm guessing this is why he met up with I already forget his name, Minorikawa. Let's go. No. No, right now I've got a job to focus on. Kano shook his head to clear out the foolish impulses. What the hell was he thinking? A girl's life was on the line. Okay, so we are indeed looking for Hitomi and not for the money. Just wanted to make sure. Marrying Rumi was more important to him than anything, but now wasn't the time. Besides, now that he thought about it, running out on a critical investigation to meet with the old man probably wasn't going to score him any points. Rumi's dad didn't strike him as someone who'd approve of shirking one's responsibilities. Kano would just have to wrap up this kidnapping case a little ahead of schedule. Then he could have a proper sit-down with Shizuo. I almost wonder if this leads to us meeting Minorikawa. I don't think so. I don't think so, but I've been known to be proven wrong. We'll see. Yeah. I already read those. As he considered his plan, he caught sight of the man with the attaché case walking by. Just casually walking by? Oh, okay, cool. Hey, further up along Dogenzaka, in the direction the perp was heading, was where Yamate Dori joined Route 246. I was gonna say 428 Shibuya Scramble, but where does the 428 come from? Maybe that will be like a future route, maybe? I don't know. Maybe the guy was planning to meet up with a getaway car. No, wait, hold on. If that was the plan, why would the gang have ditched the motorcycle earlier? Kano started tailing the man, racking his brain all the while. Isn't this the guy who shot Kano in another timeline? The suspect turned down a narrow side road. Yeah, kind of in a very similar situation that we're doing right now. He wasn't heading toward Yamate Dori or Route 246 at all, but back toward Shibuya Station. What in the world was going on? It started to feel like the crooks were just messing with the investigation team. Kano radioed Kuze on the wireless. On the wireless? The police wireless system is digital in order to make transmissions even. Bleh. This is what I mean by I can't speak today. I'm gonna have to call it early. Make transmissions more difficult to intercept. There are several different channels available, including the basic local channel, a common channel for contacting other nearby patrol cars, channels assigned to specific precincts, action update channels for riot squads, and so on. There is also a separate channel specifically for kidnapping cases, not on the standard wavelength. Interesting. Sir, I don't think there's any point in seeing where this guy leads us anymore. That's not your kind of
Keep watching him!
Sir, this is a waste of time. That girl might be in danger if... Kano's argument was cut short as he saw the man hand off the attaché case to yet another foreigner. Again? How many times were these criminals going to pull this trick? I wonder if one of them is going to be that professor that we saw. The detectives broke into two groups to follow both of the men. Kano followed the man with the attaché case, who eventually led him back to the area around Shibuya Station. Rumi and Shizuo should be waiting at a nearby cafe right now. Kano tried to remember the name. That's right, it was called Lautrec. The name of the cafe where college student Ryoko Kakinuma works as a waitress. Yes, this was a law student, right? So maybe Ryoko isn't Tama. I don't know. I don't know who's who anymore. I don't know. Named after 19th century French painter Henri de Lautrec. Anyway, French. He created numerous works, including many posters, book illustrations, and book covers, which are highly regarded in the art world. Interesting. He kept his eye out for... I almost wonder, actually. Give me 1 second. I want to look something up about that. Okay, I can't find what I was looking for. I was gonna say, like, I almost wonder if this guy did book illustration covers. I wonder if he did some for some mystery books that then inspired this game. But I can't do an in-depth research right now. Before long, he did spot the cafe. Its large plate glass window offered a view of the cozy interior. The sign out front read Lautrec. Looks like this was the place. The man with the case was at the intersection, waiting for the light to change. I assume he's going into the cafe as well. Kano took the opportunity to peer inside. Or maybe he wasn't. He spotted Rumi right away. She was facing away from him. So the man seated across from her must be her father. Kano realized he'd never even seen a picture of him. That's kind of odd. Anyway, Shizuo grew organic produce up on Nagano nowadays, but until 2 years ago, he'd been a detective with the investigation division. We know what this is. I don't have to read this out loud. Rumi looked up to her father for his distinguished police career and always spoke quite highly of him. Kano had figured that if he became a policeman, Rumi might appreciate that. It was this simple impulse that led him to join the force. He had also figured that public servants could stay afloat even in times of recession, and that his physical training would serve him well in such a line of work. Once he was a policeman, he thought, he could approach Shizuo with his head held high and ask for his blessing in marrying his daughter. Fair enough, but also, get back to work. Get back to work, Kano. But after Rumi graduated from university, Shizuo had up and retired from police work. Even Rumi didn't know why he'd made the decision. Maybe because it's super stressful, like what you're doing right now? Kano had traveled to Nagano many times to ask Shizuo for permission to marry her. But the only response he'd ever gotten was, "I'm not giving away my daughter to any cop." Kind of based. Kano had never gotten past the intercom before her father turned him away. Years on the force had nearly made Kano lose sight of what had driven him to become a policeman in the first place. And now, the chance to finally The chance to meet Chizuo face to face had finally come. He peered intently into the cafe. Across from Rumi sat an older man with a grim expression. Just who was this hard-faced fellow? I have no idea. Why are we doing an epic pause? Bah! It took a lot to rattle Kano, but this guy looks scary. Could this really be his sweet little Rumi's father? This prospect of meeting with him later filled Kano with sudden dread. Looks pretty normal to me, but okay, sure. I mean, we all have our anxieties, I guess. The man went into JR Shibuya Station and stood before the ticket machine. It looked like he was planning on boarding a train. A scene from a popular movie about a kidnapping sprang into Kano's mind, where the crook had made off with the ransom money after it was tossed out the window of a train. What if this guy managed to get outside the dragnet and pull a stunt like that? Looks like the suspect is going to board a train, Kano informed Kuze over the wireless. Make sure you stay on his tail! Apparently, Kuze still wanted to string the perp along for a bit. We've got the lizards? We've got the lizards ready to pursue! I love geckos. Japanese police lingo for motorcycle squads deployed to pursue suspects in urban settings. Today, I learned. We'll re-establish our dragnet around whatever station he can get out of. The man... I'm not even saying words. The man purchased a ticket from the machine and passed through the gates. There was no way to tell what station he'd bought a ticket for, but it looked like he was heading clockwise along the Yamanote line loop. Kano used his prepaid card. Officers do not actually get free rides on public transportation simply by flashing their badge, as in frequent depictions of TV shows and films. This game wants you to know that indeed they hate TV and films. Doing so might risk alerting the suspect. For this reason, prepaid cards are provided ahead of time. Smart call. An announcement chime signaled the imminent arrival of a train up on the platform. The man made his way up the stairs looking calm and composed. He showed no sign of checking for pursuers. Kano hurried after him. The man stopped at the very edge of the platform to await the train. Not ideal. There was no way for Kano to get close without sticking out like a sore thumb. Well, not necessarily true. If you come out from straight behind and from behind that pillar, I'm sure you could get him. But yeah. The train glided up to the platform. The man gave a quick look around as he stepped aboard. Kano followed. Trains on the Yamanote line didn't stop for long, but soon they were on their way. I also didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I was just tossing and turning. I think that's probably the reason why I feel like I can't really speak today. I felt like that yesterday too. Like I felt like these past 2 days I haven't been able to brain, you know? Glancing around, Kano noticed other MPD investigators who had slipped aboard the train as well. The suspect stood behind the driver's compartment, staring contemplatively at the scenery outside. The man's composure only served to rattle Kano more. A man in a gaudy necktie walked past Kano, talking on his cell phone. Yes, everything's going fine on this end. On this end, he said. There's no need to worry. In his other hand, he carried some sort of attaché case as the man they were tailing. He headed right toward the driver's compartment and stood next to the suspect. Oh, they're doing a handoff. I see. Wow, now that's not suspicious. Kano leaned his head subtly, straining to make out if he could, what he could of the phone conversation at the other end of the car. Yes, of course. 225 pages, all fully proofread. 225? No, I need 428. Gosh darn it. Article 225 of the Penal Code of Japan details kidnapping for profit and kidnapping for ransom. Accordingly, 225 is police shorthand for kidnapping. Why would we say that out loud? Why wouldn't you just say, oh yeah, I read your book. It was quite informative. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, and then make the handoff. But sure. That was police jargon for kidnapping. Was this guy in cahoots with the kidnapper? Maybe the criminals had planned an attaché case swap. Kano watched the newcomer like a hawk. But rather than making contact with the suspect, the man turned around and strolled back the way he'd come. He hadn't done anything suspicious at all. Yes, right. Understood. Kano stole a glimpse of the man's face as he passed. He stopped and looked at Kano, seemingly aware that he was being watched. Kano decided to, choices, stare him down, look away nonchalantly. I feel like I should look away, but I don't know. I don't know if Kano has the subtlety to. He's so like earnest that I don't know if he has the subtlety to sort of pull that off. Let's do look away nonchalantly. Kano decides to look away nonchalantly, but his anxiety. Gosh darn it, Kano. But his anxiety got the better of him, and after a moment, he turned his gaze right back. Soon the two men were locked in a staring contest. Ah, my apologies, said the man. He shut his phone with a click. I know it's rather rude to talk on one's cell phone while you're on a train. It's just common decency. The man affected a smile, then headed back to the car from which he'd come. Sheesh. Guess I overreacted. Hopefully no one, at least one of the cops on the car didn't take their eyes off the other guy. What's going on? You gotta stop staring at everyone. An oddly dressed passenger murmured into Kano's ear. Blend into your surroundings more. What the heck? Sasayama, when did you get here? What are you doing? His partner had somehow found time to change his disguise. I don't know how or why. What? The steely expression on his face was at odds with his anime nerd getup. Kano had seen Sasayama disguise himself as plenty of things throughout the years. Disguise. What is a disguise? Is that a video? Santa is a must for Christmas. Stakeouts with a smile. Oh my gosh. I'm guessing these are all the different things that he's done. Santa, otaku, rich guy, villager or something. Hold on. Let me play it one more time. Oh, wait. There's actually a pause button as well. Let me go here. Da. Huh. Oh, a grave person. I see. Plenty of exposure. Emphasis bulginess in final version. Thank you. Thank you, game. Thanks. It's quite rare for Sasayama to actually wear a suit. On the rare occasion when he does, and he's walking around the halls of his home precinct, he frequently goes unrecognized. Here are some of Sasayama's costume designs from his evidence book. So he drew these himself. Amazing. This is great. Chef, magician, samurai, and an astronaut. Oh my gosh. Oh. Hold on. In what scenario and what case is walking around as an astronaut just like totally and completely normal? Okay, sure. But this was a new extreme, even for him. When he first joined the force, Kano had found Sasayama's costuming antics amusing, wondering where he managed to find his outfits, but lately his quirk had become tedious. You like the ocean? Huh? Never mind. I mean, that's what your shirt says, something about the ocean. Sasayama pulled a small bottle from his breast pocket. Drink this while you can. Guessing you haven't eaten. This isn't. It's completely bogus. It's just like watered down, watered down syrup or something. Huh? What's this? The least I could do. He handed Kano the bottle, then slipped away into the next compartment. And he just drinks it. He pulled an all-nighter and hadn't eaten, so he was glad to have something. He took a sip. Well, that's true. That was nice of Sasayama. Whatever it was bland. It almost didn't taste like anything. Just what had Sasayama given him? You just drink it without, like, even looking at the bottle? Ah, what the heck. Anything's better than nothing. He brought the bottle to his lips and chugged the contents down. And then he died. He suddenly got a massive head rush. He felt a heat like a burning that would spread from his insides throughout his whole body. No, that wasn't right. It was an ache. It was a ferocious ache. A burning that spread from his insides to his fingertips. And there was pain. A numbing that spread from his insides all the way down to his toes. Burning, aching, hurting. Burning, aching, hurting. Burning, aching, hurting. Twitchy, itchy, dizzy, sleepy, chilly, willy-nilly. This was not good. This was super duper not good. He broke into a cold sweat, his forehead drenched, his body damp and clammy all over. He felt his grip of unconsciousness slipping. Sasayama, what the hell did you do to me? Okay. So we saw, Chiri. She drank like a whole bunch of them, she said. So it can't be the product itself. It must be Sasayama specifically did something to the drink. Why did he do that? With bleary eyes, he squinted to read the writing on the bottle. And then he died. After a scant few letters, Kano blacked out. And he was never heard from again. What the hell was that? I'm the least he could do. Thanks, I will never trust you again. Kano blacked out after drinking an unknown substance without checking to see what it was. I know, like a dumbass. What he drank, it turns out, was a free sample of something called Burning Hammer. But don't blame Sasayama. He was just passing along the sample he got from somebody in the mascot costume. Okay, so I thought... Are you serious? I thought Chiri had said, like, oh, like, I've drunk... Like, I've had a ton of these. Like, they don't do anything. I guess she hasn't had any. Otherwise she would have died. Okay, we have to give these out to the other guy in the story. That's crazy. It's so crazy, like, the way that the stories are all interconnected and stuff like that. In ways that you don't even expect. I'm enjoying the story. I think it's cool. We obviously haven't gotten to Osawa yet, and we can also still do Achi's story as well. But I do know I'm a bit early here, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it early for today, just because my voice feels like it's dying and I feel like I'm dying. I don't know what it is. Maybe a change in temperature. Where I am right now, we finally dropped into the single digits in terms of Fahrenheit. So it's pretty cold out here. It's pretty cold. And maybe that's just like messing with me and you know, my whole body and stuff like that. That might be part of it. But yeah, we will be back on Friday with some more metaphor. And hopefully there will be some dungeon crawling, because in the time between here and now and Friday, the Game Awards would have happened. And I would love to talk a little bit on stream about the Game Awards. I will be watching it with some friends. So I will come back and report report how I feel about some of the nominations and who gets the awards and performances and stuff like that. And if we have any cool announcements as well. Ooh, I will be looking forward to that. But let's go ahead and get to see if anyone is online to raid. Also, while I'm here, actually, let's go to return to title screen. Yes, please. Cool, awesome. All right, let's go ahead and look for somebody to raid. Is anyone online? There is one person online. It says they're currently on a break. So it's kind of awkward to raid it right now. But let's go and say hi to this person. They are playing Infinity Nikki, which everybody and their grandmother has been playing except me, because I don't know a single thing about it. But I keep seeing it, so hopefully it's good. I hope people are enjoying their time with it. Let's go and say hi. But da-dun. Does this work? It does. Cool. All right, well, let me go ahead and switch to ending screen. If you are here, I know that I was all over the place today, but thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Go say hi, go have a wonderful night, do all the wonderful things to take care of yourself, and I will see you on Friday. Bye-bye!